This week we're going to highlight some of the highest prices in November soybean futures for a decade. We're also going to take a look at short-term weather trends for soybean planting here in the U.S. And we're going to wrap up looking at export sales trends for U.S. soybeans. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've seen a sharp increase in price volatility here in the last week in April. What we want to do is take a look at where this November 2021 soybean futures are trading compared to recent history. We've looked at this slide before, but this week we've added 2011. The reason we've added 2011 is that currently November soybean futures for 2021 are trading very near those spring highs that were made in both 2011 and 2012. So we strongly encourage you to continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage not only any remaining 2020 bushels, but also take a look at your 2021 crop and perhaps all the way out to 2022. Let's move on now and take a look at soybean planting progress here in the U.S. Now, the USDA came out on Monday of this week and pegged nationwide U.S. soybean planting progress at 8%. Notice that's a quick start compared to the 5-year average of 5%. Now let's take a look at history here the last 5 years. As I mentioned, we're at 8% here for the week ending April 25th. On average, between April 25th and May 9th, we're looking at an increase of approximately 18%. So that would take us up close to about 25% done. Notice the divergence in planting, however, the last 2 years. 2 years ago, depicted by that green line, was a struggle to get the soybean crop planted. But last year, an extremely brisk pace. One of the things, of course, that's going to influence that planting pace is the weather. Let's take a look at that weather now. This week, our slides, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Now we're focusing in here looking at through Thursday of this week. Notice here in the west it's quite dry, particularly as moving in the northern plains, also dry for the most part. But as we move further east here, you can see, and further south, the heavier the rainfall, particularly moving in Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Let's look ahead now to next week, the week of May 3rd to the 10th. More widespread rainfall north and south, east and west across the major growing areas. Now these may be scattered storms. We'll have to see how the weather shakes out moving into next week. But maybe more stop and go for bean planting moving into the second week of May. Let's wrap things up looking at export sales trends for U.S. soybeans. And we're going to start out looking at unshipped sales of U.S. soybeans. Now, look at here, unshipped sales of U.S. beans have actually fallen off quite a bit. That's a direct relationship to the aggressive shipment that we're seeing from Brazil at the moment. Brazil is harvesting a record soybean crop. They've certainly taken over the world market. Now, we're going to wrap things up looking at total amount of sales here. Total amount of sales of U.S. beans are about 98% of that USDA forecast. But, as I said, I think we're looking at the last 4 months of this crop year now with South American supplies front and center, where we may be challenged to get to that 2280 number from the USDA when we talk about sales being rolled over to 2022, as well as the possibility of some cancellations. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants. We'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.